Hi guys, welcome again. It's Martin here from the Dinosaur Experience, and we're all here waiting and looking forward to this broadcast. It's going to be a really busy one today. It's really packed, got so much going on, but I wanted to say hello to you. Thank you so much for watching. It's really special that you guys are actually here with us today. So let's have a little look at some of the things we've got going on. This is what we've got going on for today in today's show. So coming up, we're going to have Riddle of the Day, something we do every week. We do a riddle because it gets the grey matter going, makes you think a little bit, see if anybody can get the answers. Then we're going to do some shout-outs for the birthdays we did this weekend. Say hello to those guys. We're going to have a look at, I can't believe that says Merry Annoying. Talk about how computers mess you up these days. Let's change that. Merry Anning is who we're talking about, not Merry Annoying. That's the way the computer has changed that. And then we're going to do a little review. We're going to do a toy review on a Mashers Mega Light Up Dino review. Something new this week. I'm hoping you're going to enjoy it. If I were you and you wanted one of these things, I'd send the parents out, okay? Because they may not like some of the things that are in there, and you'll see what I mean. So a little bit later, we'll just send the parents out, and they won't see the mess that we get into. And then we're going to finish off looking at the Dinosaur Experience on the web, so you know where to find us, what you can do, and that sort of thing. So let's have a little look at today's riddle. All right? This is to get your grey matter going, seeing if you can think about the answers. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? Have a little think about that, guys. What do you think it might be? Have a little think. Get the grey matter going. Let me read it for you again. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? All right. Now, if you think you know the answer, look at the comments section, okay? I put a little question there. I asked where people were watching from. If you go in there and type in a comment, you can put your answer in there and it will come up. Now, if you want a shout out as well, at the end of the show, as we do every week, I'll look through the notes here. And if you want a shout out for you or your children, put their names in there, their ages, and we'll give them a shout out at the end. Also, I wanted to mention, somebody sent us stars last week, okay? We don't ask for stars. If you want to send, fantastic. But we do this for free, okay? It's not something that we charge for. But if you wanted to give us a tip, then Facebook is set up for stars. And we really, really appreciate that. But don't think you have to. It's something that we're doing here just to say hello and to give everybody something to do in the evenings. Okay, so let's move on. Let's have a look at the birthdays from this weekend. Okay, so these were the birthdays that we went to. We went to see Summer. She was 4, and that was over in Kenner. So, hey, Summer, hope you had a great birthday. I know we really enjoyed meeting you. Kaysen, over in Plaquemine, he was 4 as well. Met all his family and friends. We had a fantastic birthday with you guys. And then on Sunday, we came and met Woody, who was 3. And Woody was in Port Allen. And then we came to Lane in Iota, who was also 3 on Sunday as well. So they're the 4 birthdays. We had a fantastic time bringing Nash and Rexy, our dinosaurs, to your birthdays. Hope you had as much fun as we did. We had a great time. Thank you for inviting us. Okay, so let's have a little look. This is Mary Anning, okay? We're not doing a dinosaur of the day today. We're going to have a look at this lady, Mary Anning. Or as my computer called her, Merry Annoying. That's very bad. It shouldn't have done that. Anyway, don't laugh. I can see you laughing. So Mary Anning, what do we know about Mary Anning? Well, let me tell you. She was probably the first ever paleontologist. She actually set the standard. Before her, there wasn't any paleontologist. They were geologists, and that was what the study of animals was about, or rocks was about. It's about geology. So Mary Anning, she was born in 1799, and she lived until 1847. Now, you've got to remember that the world was a very different place when Mary was born and when she lived. Because she was born a female, because she was a woman, she was considered, or it was considered at the time that females didn't need education. Okay, so they didn't have schooling. So she had actually learnt to read and write by going to a Sunday school at a local church, and that's where she learnt to read and write. But it wasn't unusual for females at the time to not know and not be educated. So for Mary to be able to read and write and to educate herself was a real outstanding thing for her to do. And she lived in a time where times were hard. Okay, her family, she had a large family, a mother and father, and they struggled to feed them. So one of the things that they used to do, her father used to take her and her brother on walks. Now, because they lived in Lyme Regis, let me show you the map here. Lyme Regis in the UK. You can see it's the very bottom down there. It's at the south there. Now, Lyme Regis is on the coast. Now, in those days, obviously there was no aeroplanes. People didn't fly on vacation. They used to go to the coast and see the sea for vacations. So because they lived in Lyme Regis, it wasn't unusual for tourists to come along. So to take advantage of that, Mary's father used to take her and her brother out looking for rocks that they could sell to the tourists. And here's a typical idea of what the cliffs are like in Lyme Regis. And you can see here all the different layers. Now, this is where Mary found her passion, and her family's whole family believed and loved collecting these fossils. And what they would do, they'd go out to a rock place like this, and they would dig, and they would find small fossils, and they would bring them back, set up a table, and they would sell them to the tourists in the area that came. And that's how they actually managed to make a bit more money to help them to put food on the table so they could eat. Now, here's another picture of Lyme Regis, a more modern picture, and it shows you how steep the cliffs are. Now, I want you to imagine if you were actually digging for fossils, chances are that the fossils they're looking for are maybe halfway or 3/4 of the way up this rock face. So it's a really, really dangerous thing to do. In fact, so dangerous, what happened was Mary's father actually fell one day. And he was very, very badly injured. He didn't die straight away, but he was very badly injured. And that put a huge strain on the whole family because he was so badly injured he couldn't work. And eventually his injuries actually killed him off. Now, so he's actually fallen from the cliff, and that left Mary and the rest of her family struggling. So Mary, young at this age, probably 11 years old, used to go out regularly all the time and search in the cliffs with her brother, looking for fossils. Now, in 1811, when she was just 12 years old, she and her brother discovered a 4-foot ichthyosaur skull. Okay, here's the drawing of that. So this is what she discovered. And she spent the next several months extracting this skull from out of the cliff face. She got the whole skeleton out. Eventually it got sold, and it was put on display at the British Museum as a crocodile in state. Now that's important because at the time, people didn't know about animals and they didn't believe in extinction. They didn't believe that animals could have been here and died out. And so this discovery was one of the main things, one of the first things that actually made people start to realise that these creatures may have lived a long, long time ago. Now, Mary and her family, they were under severe hardship, and Mary did her very best to help the family by selling her what they called curios on a table set up at the seafront. So much so that it's believed that the tongue twister, you may have heard it, it goes like this: she sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashores shells. All right. Whoo, what a tongue twister that was. Anyway, that was supposedly written all about Mary Anning and her stall where she sold seashells. Isn't that interesting? I find that absolutely fascinating. So by 1825, Mary was now the main person running the fossil collection for her family. Her brother had moved on. He was doing his own work, and her mother was helping her, but Mary was the main person. Every day she'd go out and look for fossils. And in 1826, she managed to save up enough money so that she could buy a home with a glass front window for her shop. Now, collecting these fossils was a very dangerous thing to do. In fact, so dangerous, Mary, in fact, nearly died. In 1833, there was a landslide while she was digging, and it very nearly killed her. In fact, it was so close that her beloved dog, who we could see in this image here, whose name was Trey, he actually got killed in the landslide. Very sad, and it was devastating for her. But it goes to show how dangerous it was. She's digging in these cliffs, normally after rain, and the weather's beating down on the thing. So when she's digging away, it can cause landslides and for the whole thing to fall. Now, she continued in her work, and she turned up several new specimens that also included a plesiosaur and also Britain's first pterodactyl. Now, here's the plesiosaur that she uncovered. Now, as a female, unfortunately, Anning was treated as an outsider by the scientific community. And because this was at a time when women were not allowed to vote. They weren't believed to be educated. They weren't taught anything. And so the Geological Society was a brand new society in London. They didn't allow women. In fact, they didn't even allow women to come as guests. Okay? So all of her discoveries were being taken by these people. They would come down from the Geological Society, and they would talk to Mary, and she would tell her theses and what she believed and everything. She even discovered coprolites. Now, if you don't know, coprolites are basically the scientific word for dinosaur poo, or fossilized poo, I should say. And it's the way that we can open up the coprolites and look inside, see what animals were eating. And she was the first one to discover what they were. Now, many of these geological members would come to Mary for her in-depth knowledge, and then they would publish their theses and their stories about what they thought. But none of them ever mentioned Mary, and it was a really poor thing for them to do. Mary, poor old Mary, she lived her life without actually getting the recognition that she really deserved. Now, she died, unfortunately, from breast cancer. And she died in 1847 at the age of 47. And she never knew or realised what her discoveries had meant to the world. However, recently there's been some changes. The British Museum, the British Mint, the Royal Mint, brought out some coins a few years ago, and they were called the Mary Anning Collection. And you can see here 3 of the specimens that she discovered. In 1811, 1823, and 1828, and it was just like a tip of the hat to Mary Anning to say thank you for what she'd done. And you can see now there's a blue plaque also that's been raised to where she lived, and that shows you how much she is thought of in the modern world. So there we have it, Mary Anning. Now, there's a lot more stories to that. There's a lot more of interest if you wanted to go and look her up in a library or if you're teaching about her at school. Really interesting. There's some movies about her as well that you can probably watch on YouTube. I believe they're available. So Mary Anning, absolutely fascinating person and somebody who's really, really worth looking into. All right, something a bit different today. I decided that I was going to do a product review. So this is, guys, shh, this is the time to send your parents out, okay? If you want to buy this toy, they may not like what they're going to see. So let's run this video and just tell the parents that we're going to be doing some maths and they don't need to be here. All right, let me show you. So what we're going to do now, we're going to have a look at this guy. It's the Zuru Smashers Mega Light Up Dinosaur. Come with us now, let's smash it open. All right, let's open it up, shall we? It's so exciting. Number 3. So there we have it, guys. And here he is. Here's our mega light up dinosaur. How cool is that? Hope you like that. You can let the parents back in now. Yeah, we tell them we've finished the math now, so the parents can come back in. What do you think about that slime? I'm telling you, don't get me to look at anything else with slime, all right? It's off the books. No more slime for the Dinosaur Experience, all right? I'm not into that at all. All right, guys, so let's have a little look about the next thing. Next thing I want to do, I want to show you a little bit around the web. Okay, so here we have the Dinosaur Experience webpage. If you wanted to look at that, here it is, the dinosaurexperience.com. And if you click on more, you come down to where it says TDE Kids Live Shows. Click on that. This is where you can find all of our live shows. So if you've missed any since we started, all of them are here. Once this one's finished, we'll upload that one up there as well. So you can look at all the live shows that we've done. That's the Dinosaur Experience. And also on here, you can look at birthdays, summer camps, Rex's Tales, etc. That's all there. I wanted to show you this. This is the Dinosaur Experience Facebook page. Okay, this is our page where you can come and join. And you can see here, we've got a live show going on at the moment. And then as we come down, let's have a little look. So we've currently got 9,800 people, 812 people who like us, just over 10,000 or 10,300 who follow us on that Facebook page. So if you like us there, please give us a like on the Facebook page. That's where you'll find out where our next live shows are going to be. This one's a really, really important one. This is the Dinosaur Experience for Kids. Okay, now this is a Facebook group. So with this, it means that you can actually put things on here yourself. So like this guy here, Wasamila, he's uploaded a picture here of his favourite dinosaur by the looks of things. And so you can actually load things on here if you wanted to put something up here from your school, any drawings, perhaps your favourite toys. This is the place to put it. The Dinosaur Experience for Kids. Okay, this has only been going about 2 or 3 months. We've got 714 members now, so that's really good. Let's just have a look. Yeah, 55 new members this week. So thank you for those 55 new members. We shall be saying thank you to you soon. I shall put a post up for you. And this I wanted to show you. This is the Dinosaur Experience on YouTube. Up here is where we load all of our videos. There's lots of stuff that doesn't come to Facebook. There's an interview here with an author that we did last week. And we've got shorts down here, little clip videos. And also, as you can see, this is where our Dinosaur Experience live shows are. So when this show is finished, in fact, we are actually broadcasting live to YouTube at the moment as well. All right, so that's our trip around the web. So that's where you can find us. If you wanted to get in touch with us about anything, you can get us on any of those. Also, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on all of them. Just look for the Dinosaur Experience. Okay, let's get to the riddle. Riddle of the day. Let's have a look. So, has anybody got the answer? Doesn't look like it. So let me read it again. I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I? Well, let me tell you the answer. The answer is fire. Yeah? Fire. It's not alive, but it grows. Fires grow. It doesn't have lungs, but it needs air. Fires need air to burn. Doesn't have a mouth, but water will kill me. You throw water on a fire, it's going to put it out. That's the answer. Fire. All right, guys. So this is coming to the end of the show. How far we've been going? 25 minutes. That's good. I always try and keep it around about 30 minutes, between 20 and 30 minutes. So I just wanted to wrap up now. Let's have a little look, see what shout-outs we've got. I know there was some on the actual web page, on the Facebook group. So I wanted to shout out to Brecken, who's 4. Hey, Brecken, how you doing? And Eli, who's 2. Hello, how you doing? Now, we did Brecken's birthday, and Mum put in there to say hello to you guys. And we remember coming to your birthday. Hope you had a great week. Hope you're having lots of fun. So that's Brecken and Eli. Also, let's have a little look down here, who we've got. So, Marie Richardson. Hello, Marie. Yeah, I can see you. Thank you for watching. Hopefully your kids maybe are enjoying this. We've got another one here from Facebook. Just says hi. Sometimes if you haven't give Restream permission to see who you are, I just get a Facebook hi. So whoever you are, I really appreciate it. I do. Next time, put your name in there and your age, that sort of thing, and we'll be able to give you a proper shout out. So hello to you. Tara Lee Myra Walker. She's watching from Alaska. Hello there. Hopefully it's not too cold up there. We're cold down here in Louisiana, let me tell you. So I bet you're really cold. So thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you. And then we've got Crackers again. Watched us last week. Hey, Crackers. Good to see you, mate. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had a good show. All right, a couple of things I wanted to mention. Sorry, I've got a cold. My nose is very blocked, so you might be able to hear that in my voice. We are going to be in the Homer Mardi Gras Parade. You're going to see Nash, Rexy, and myself. We're going to bring them out, put them in the cage. We're going to be in the Mardi Gras Parade for Homer. That's on the 20th of February, and we're riding with the crew of Titans. The 20th of February, it's a day parade. So if you're in the Homer area and you wanted to come and meet Nash and Rexy, say hi. We'll be in that parade for the Mardi Gras Parade. All right, so that's something to look forward to, the 20th of February. Now, I just wanted to say before I say goodbye, next week's show. You don't want to miss next week's show. I'm not joking. If you are into dinosaurs, if you're young and you want to be a paleontologist, you have got to watch next week. We've got a paleontologist coming on. We're going to interview him, and he's going to tell us all about paleontology, how he got into the business, what his day is like, how things that he does all the time. So if you want to be a paleontologist, there's not going to be a better option to actually listen to somebody. And he's so grateful that he's given us his time. I'm going to do the interview for us this week, and then I'll load it up and we'll be able to watch it. So next week's show, make sure you're a member of the Dinosaur Experience and you click on there and you'll be able to watch it live. It'll also be on our YouTube once we've finished. All right, guys, that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching it. I really appreciate it. I've got some real special stuff in the build up. I've got a big year coming ahead. Lots of announcements coming. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next week, be good. Listen to what you're told, and make sure you have a good, fun time. Bye-bye.